Hi dear students, welcome to the rapid revision module on CNS infections. In this module, I'm going to cover all the important CNS infections which you should know for your NEET PG, INICT and FMG exams. So let's begin. The very first thing I want my students to revise in CNS infections are the 5 CSF parameters in the form of a single table. Now, what am I referring to? This table is given in every book almost. So guys, the parameters I'm talking about are these: CSF pressure, total leukocyte count, predominant cell type, glucose and total protein concentration. So the profile of normal CSF is going to be like this. The CSF pressure is going to be in the range of 50 to 150 millimeters of water. The total leukocyte count is going to be 0 to 5 cells per mm cube, and these cells are going to be lymphocytes. Glucose in mg percent is going to be in the range of 40 to 70, and the total protein concentration in mg percent is going to be in the range of 15 to 45. All right. Now we should familiarize ourselves with the features of pyogenic meningitis, also known as what? Also known as bacterial meningitis. Then tuberculous meningitis and viral meningitis, also known as aseptic meningitis. Don't be petrified of this table. It's pretty simple to remember, and we'll revise this table from right to left. So on my extreme right, I have viral meningitis. All right. So if you look at the various parameters, the 5 parameters profile in viral or aseptic meningitis, what do we have? The CSF pressure. The CSF pressure is normal or slightly elevated. The cell count is 25 to 500 and the cells are lymphocytes. Glucose is normal and proteins are normal or only slightly elevated. So looking at this profile of the 5 parameters in aseptic meningitis, I have, I have a feeling that, this kind of meningitis is very laid back, lazy, in the sense that not too much of deviation from normalcy is there. That is, pressure is normal, cells हैं तो lymphocytes हैं, glucose normal है, protein also is normal or only slightly elevated. Now let's go to tuberculous meningitis. Now tuberculous meningitis is a bit more active. It is not as lazy as aseptic or viral meningitis in the sense that the pressure is moderately elevated. The cell count almost is the same, 10 to 500, and the cell type is also the same as viral meningitis, that is lymphocytes. But how to then distinguish this from aseptic meningitis? Glucose is slightly decreased. It is not normal, unlike aseptic meningitis. And as far as proteins are concerned, they are moderate to markedly increased. All right. So the most important clincher is glucose concentration, and proteins also, are going to be increased. They are not going to be normal in case of tuberculous meningitis caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now coming to pyogenic meningitis, which is also known as bacterial meningitis. Now this meningitis is the one which is going to be most active, in the sense that the pressure is highly elevated, more than 180 millimeters of water. The cells are in the range of 100 to 10,000, and the cell count, the cell type elevated is neutrophils. Glucose is decreased to absent altogether, and as far as proteins are concerned, they are markedly increased, usually more than 250, that is usually more than 250. All right, so the most active of all these 3 kinds of meningitis is pyogenic meningitis. Okay, so this table you must remember for answering questions on meningitis. A famously asked MCQ is regarding the causes of neonatal meningitis. So the causes of neonatal meningitis you can remember by remembering this simple mnemonic: play with the leg of the neonate. From neonate, remember neonatal meningitis, and the word leg will serve as a reminder for the causes of neonatal meningitis. L से क्या है? Listeria monocytogenes. E stands for Enterobacteriaceae family members. Some of them, not all. Which members? Escherichia coli and Klebsiella pneumoniae. Then G stands for group B streptococcus. There's the reason why I have written Listeria and group B streptococcus in blue color. Reason being, both of these are gram-positive organisms, and Enterobacteriaceae is the family of gram-negative rods. Listeria monocytogenes is what? Listeria monocytogenes is an example of a gram-positive coccobacillus. That is, it is neither a properly, spherical coccus, nor it is a rod like this pen. So it is referred to as coccobacillus, somewhat oval. It is it is oval in shape. But some books do mention it as a rod. It doesn't really matter. But strictly speaking, it's a coccobacillus. Okay. Now, group B streptococcus, you all know it is what? It's a kind of streptococcus. And the definition of genus streptococcus is what? These are gram-positive cocci in chains. Okay, so this is about the causes of neonatal meningitis. Please remember all these causes.